Hey, what's going on? I'm Taigh Wade. I'm here chatting with Milky.
Wait for me after dark. Save a seat in your heart.
It's like a pretty crazy story. So when I started singing, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, but it wasn't anything serious, like probably just playing around the piano, learning a couple chords here and there. I was pretty focused on rugby and like fitness and becoming a PT and all that kind of stuff. And then I had a pretty bad injury like that took me out of that completely, like really badly fractured my ankle. I was like told I wasn't going to walk properly again. So I was in bed for like a month straight, and then picked up a guitar, which like basically saved my life, and like wrote a couple songs and started to learn off YouTube, and yeah, it's come to this, which is insane. And then I started posting a couple of videos on TikTok and got on the show, and here I am performing for the Veronicas. So pretty insane story for like a come up like that. And being at old boys school as well, like you can get boxed into like being an athlete or like a musician or like a nerd or something like that. And it's just like bridging the gap between that. You can be both, you know, so I just want to get that message out there as well. 180, I guess, like, yeah, obviously because my life's taken a full like turn for the better for sure. But so the first song on the EP is going to be Lifeline, which has been released already, so it's a single. I wrote that with Pete Murray in Byron Bay, which was pretty cool. Got to work with that legend. He's like such a great songwriter. That song came to me in the weirdest time because my manager was telling me this story about how this guy was kind of it's like at the start of a relationship, like a relationship can be tricky already, and then I kind of think at the start mixed messages are pretty like common, so you never know what the other person's thinking, and it's kind of like a bit of a blurred grey area. So this song's about like the guy is, I guess, he's keen but then he's not, and then he's on, then he's off, and it's from a girl's perspective, so just like wanting, I guess, clarity, asking for a lifeline, I guess, because you want to move on, and if it's with them or if it's not, it's either way, it's good. But I guess you want that clarity, and that's what the song's kind of about. The second song is, I think, Elwyn, which is one that means a lot to me and my dad. I performed that one last night, which the crowd really got around, which is really special to me. It's called Elwyn, which is my grandma's name. And we moved over from South Africa, and she was there, and Dad, she was like pretty riddled with cancer when we left, and then this freak blood clot happened when we literally just moved to Australia. Like Dad left his whole family there, and he rushed back when he heard the news to like try and, I guess, say the last goodbye, just have one last conversation and hug with her, and never got the chance. So pretty sad story, but it means a lot to me to sing it to him and for his brother as well, and she was definitely looking over me last night, which was special. Then the third song is Apologies. That's just your classic like guy stuffing around. Lifeline's the girl's perspective. Apologies is the guy's perspective who's messing up in the relationship and like giving them mixed signals and I guess saying sorry, which is kind of cool. And then there's Take Me Home, which is kind of like a really fun bop song that I wrote a while back. Like I have never really written like ones that are kind of just mindless, like happy songs. It's always been like very like meaningful, like heart-throbbing songs for me, which is like been from the past breakups and whatnot. But this song's just a nice fun one to keep the EP light and happy, which I'm sure everyone will get around. And then yeah, the last one is just Lost and Found, which is a banger that everyone's been playing for a while now, which has been out. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. The genre of my music is undefined, I guess. I just like making songs that make me happy or make me sad. So I don't want to be locked down to any kind of genre or, I guess, style. Just write what I like, and if people like it as well, then that's awesome. If they don't, cool as well. I never even ever thought of like I'd write more than one song when I started like this music journey, and to write like I think 6 or 7 now is like just already like a massive achievement for me. So I guess the EP only came to fruition like within the space. We were talking about it for about a week, and then like was heading to America, and they're like, you need a couple more songs, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't got any in my bag to give you. So I locked myself in a room in Sydney where I was and got on the guitar and got to work, and thankfully got a couple songs written down with the help of Pete Murray as well. So I guess it started really out of order and kind of just ideas everywhere jumbled, which is like story of my life. I'm really happy that it came together really well and had a lot of great artists help me out with the songs as well, which is always good to have. Well, last night was a good intro because I had 0 fans there to start with, and I'm pretty sure I left with a couple, so that was really exciting. And that was, I reckon after I played Elwyn and got on the piano, that definitely got the crowd going, and it was really, really special to kind of shout out my dad in the crowd. Everyone got around him and he was full of tears, so that's one for sure that can pull on a couple heartstrings and hopefully get me a couple fans. Definitely like the hook / chorus of Lifeline, the one I wrote with Pete Murray. I guess he's written a pretty decent song with me there, because I think it's stuck in everyone's head. They always message me saying that hook is insane, and we came up with that one together, I'm pretty sure, which was awesome. And yeah, I just love the song, or forever will. With the visuals obviously involved in like when we're shooting them and kind of the music videos, I've got like a fair bit to say there. We were in America shooting all those visuals, which you're seeing on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. As far as like editing and kind of how they're putting it together, I don't have much say there, but there's never been a time where I've seen one of the edits and gone, oh, I'm not a fan of that. So they're doing a really good job, whoever's putting it together. Songwriting for me is like really tricky. I'm not sure for other artists. I think I've heard some people, they get songs done in like 10 minutes. Some of my mates have got like 60 songs in the bag waiting to go. I'm like nowhere near that talented yet. It takes me like months to write the lyrics and come up with the guitar parts, because I can't read music, so it makes it pretty hard to come up with even just 4 chords on a piano or a guitar. So I definitely write or get the instrumental done first, and then I'll start to just put like humming, I guess, a melody with the chords, whatever sounds good. And then I guess I'll just draw on past experiences or an idea that I've had to go and write the song in the first place, and add some lyrics in. I don't write anything down, so I don't like have a notepad, or I don't put notes down on my phone. I guess I just like hit record on my phone, and then there's some terrible videos of me singing out of tune and like some horrible lyrics. They're definitely on my camera roll, but it all comes together in the end. But yeah, it's definitely a lengthy process. So I guess working with artists is, a lot of people who don't do music would probably be like, oh my God, like why would you want other people on your songs, or like you didn't write these lyrics and stuff like. But in the music community, I guess artists help each other all the time. Like there's so many artists that don't write their own songs, but they sing them and then they become famous. So working with people that you are a fan of their music and a fan of their style, and I guess finding someone like that or people like that is a real like a treasure to have, because we just help each other out, writing amazing music, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for me, anyway. Definitely like a rawness from me, like just I'll definitely have a couple mess ups. I just want to portray, like even last night, like I wanted to go on there and talk to them like they were just a couple of mates, you know, in a bar like you would. I just want to keep it really personable, like I guess low key, and just I'd love people to like be shouting out from the crowd and me messing up and just saying sorry, and like I don't want my shows to be perfect, that's for sure. I think people come to live shows to see those raw moments, and I definitely want to portray that in my own. Oh my gosh, well last night was literally my first time performing in front of more than like I think 50 people, so a small upgrade to last night, which was insane. But funnily enough, I felt pretty comfortable up there once I got on there. The backstage is the scariest part for sure. Like my manager was saying, you're on in 5, 4, 3, and I was like, oh shit, like, and then you just go out there and the crowd cheers. But once you, I guess, sit down and play a first chord and the crowd like goes berserk, it's pretty sick, and you kind of just like settle into it and you just go, I'm just a bloke who loves to play music and sing, and then that's just gets you through the night, which is awesome.
Wait for me after dark. heart. Let me tell you something more. I've been standing up much taller since the day you said you liked my hair like that. Hold me like you see in movie scenes. You never use your words, so show me what you need. If you break me once, I'll stop.
Definitely Justin Bieber. It's like a few years ago I would never have like said his name or said I'm a fan at all, but I think he's one of the special artists that like his longevity is unmatched, and he's in a really good space now, which is really cool to see, and he's releasing some cracker songs, so it really inspires me. Justin Bieber. An artist called NF. He's really when I had my injury and I was in bed for a month, like I think all my sad songs were locked deep down, and he kind of unlocked that for me, and pretty depressing, but like he got me through that time, and I think he's really talented how he can sing and rap, and his storytelling and ability to portray those lyrics and those messages is pretty special, so him for sure. Raw, I would say, oh my god, I guess meaningful and timeless. Something like doing a James Bond would be like the classic answer, but like I feel like a show or a movie like maybe a rom-com, even though that's cheesy, but like I think my music would fit that one better than anything else. MILEY CYRUS. An Elvis song, Can't Help Falling in Love, I'm pretty sure it's called. It's just really easy to learn on piano, and my grandpa like instilled thousands of Elvis songs into my head, so that was the first one that came to mind. I think it was Michael Bublé. Another weird thing, I haven't been to a lot of concerts or festivals, which is strange. I think I've seen Michael Bublé and yeah, I saw Madison Beer in LA, and that's honestly like pretty much it. I've been to one festival in my life. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've bought an album. Spice Girl. Sporty Spice, alright. Oh my god, I've got some mates that have some questionable songs in their playlist, but me, weirdly, I've listened to Beethoven when I go to gym before, which is strange, but I have. Like, you play Beethoven when you're on the way to the gym, and I don't know, it strikes a chord for me somehow, but I don't do it every day, obviously, but I tried it once. Honestly, like, Justin Bieber's like a big thing for me, but I feel like Michael Bublé, if you haven't been to one of his concerts, he is like a classic like jokester as well. Like, he keeps it really fun and really light, and I think I could learn a lot from him, how he interacts with the crowd and how he is on stage. So probably Michael Bublé. Someone like people we've talked about, like Elvis Presley, Justin Bieber, you can't go wrong if you say any of those names. Don't Change. Honestly, last night, like all these answers are like from last night, but literally getting up on stage for the first kind of time and like having a crowd back you and like getting messages saying like you got a real shot at this, like don't stop now, we want to hear more music, like you can't really ask for much more.